Hey honey bunches, I hope you're doing well. Today's Sunday and it feels like the first proper weekend moment I've had in a while. So last weekend we didn't have power. The weekend before that our fridge wasn't working because we had partial no power. And then yesterday my dad was down and we had like a family thing for my grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary. And yeah, just because they're getting on a bit, it wasn't super relaxing. Merlin is maturing so much. He is just a little delicious unit. I was so proud of him. He was so gentle and calm. I mean, he is pretty calm like around lunchtime, provided he gets his walk in the morning and then exercise in the evening. He's good. He's golden. But yeah, it was a real test being around frail people, and he did so good. He just was so calm and patient and happy to lay down. We've come so far. The latest thing I've troubleshooted is him not doing the retriever classic dead weight thing when we're leaving a park or beach or anywhere fun off leash. The way I troubleshooted that one was just dropping the leash and walking like to the road or the path or the car park, which is a little stresso because, you know, he could just run back to the off leash area or he could go to a car located area. But no, he looks at me like, huh? Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I'll get up and walk. And then after doing that a couple of times, he doesn't lie down and throw a little, I mean, it's adorable, but it is quite annoying, little tantrum that he doesn't want to leave the park. The main thing that was the concern is that he like drags his underside, and he does have kind of sensitive skin, and when he's dragging on grass, especially this time of year with the pollen and grass seeds, I don't think that's been helping. So today I am so happy to just have a proper weekend day. I'm just going to be mooching around, frankly. I want to read a lot, stamp some mailers, do a bit of research for a hanger for a piece of art in the room, and then dinner. I found at a local like independent supermarket thing that always has gems, they had frozen plantain slices. Plantains are not available here easily, and when they are, they're stupendously expensive. I bought them once. I don't even think they're at the right ripeness stage, and it was all just a bit off, you know, but these, you know, are like frozen and also like partially, I don't know, they have some oil on them already, but you like shallow fry them, prime ripeness level, ready to go. So I'm gonna look up Rachel Amma. She has like a whole spread of things that I've been eyeing for ages, with black beans and rice and plantains and other fun stuff. That's the plan for tonight. A fave thing at the moment has been watching Gio and Rose Ayling-Ellis on Strictly Come Dancing in the UK. I only sort of got into the world of Strictly after Bill Bailey won last year, and then I just went back and watched a whole bunch. And really, I'm not like watching any other contestants. I just seem to like find a fave and then try and watch all the dances and behind the scenes on YouTube. And she's an actress on EastEnders. I think she's 26. If you don't know, I didn't know of her. She's the first deaf contestant, and she's paired with Gio. And this is just bringing out a new side within him. And he's so like protective, and I don't know, they seem to share like a similar sense of humour. And are just figuring it out week by week how to make it work for Rose. And oh my gosh, so the dances like the cha-cha and things where she has to sort of be away from his body, they're not like doing a waltz, okay, I really can't remember the names of the dancers, but where they're like, their bodies are together. If she's having to be solo, like, and it's a bit more of an energetic dance, then she'll have to like count every beat. Like she's doing so much mental work, extra mental work than everyone else, especially when you got like syncopated rhythm within that. So she had a few of them like the first couple of weeks, and now they're up to like week 6, I think. She got the earliest 40 or 10 from the judges in any of the like Dancing with the Stars, Strictly Come Dancing shows around the world. So she was explaining that when they're dancing together, that's actually kind of better, even if she's like having to look away from him, because she can feel the music and the vibrations and the beat like through his body. And it's just so nice to root for someone. She seems like such a gem, and it's just so lovely. She's like adding so much wholesomeness to a show. Like everyone's trying to learn sign, and some of the dancers have incorporated sign. Yeah, I'm just rewatching their dances all the time. I really hope she wins, or at least stays in till the end. such a handsome boy. You are such a handsome boy. I'm in this car park at the moment at the supermarket, and it is so poorly designed. There's like raised concrete bits all over the place, so you end up just having to like be one of the cars when you're pushing your trolley. Does bad design piss anyone else off? Like, who designed this car park and this shopping complex? Like, someone who never does the shopping? Wowee! That Cuban feast was terrific. I do think my mum and I sort of missed out on the full experience, being classic white people spice tolerance, and I didn't have any chili or like what she suggests, put a specific type of super spicy pepper that looks like a mini capsicum in like each dish to infuse it with a bit of heat. So while Rachel talks about it being super flavorful, I thought, yeah, I find like herbs more flavorful than this, I guess. But oh my god, the jerk lentils, those plantains, best ones I've ever had, no question. So crispy and caramelized and banana-y. But I'm going to do a bit of research into Caribbean food tonight, because it was like so many different things on a plate. Texan comfort in your mac and cheese, South American, rice and beans. Then you had a lot of like ginger in like curries, and also felt a bit barbecuey with the jerk, even though we were doing a pulse instead of meat. And also tropical with the plantains, like hella good realisation of sweet, salty, spicy, fragrant, all the boxes. I adapted all the recipes just so they had a bit less onion and garlic in them for my system, but that was absolutely fine. I just used garlic oil and spring onions. It's from a while back in the high protein vegan obsession moment. So yeah, she swapped out the rice and beans for quinoa, but that had like a coconut thing in it, and I thought, oh, I might find that a bit rich. So to prevent feeling sicko, I just did rice and beans, and yeah, I love feasts like that. I also just love cooking with lots of different dishes. None particularly needs to take a lot of time. I'll get a proof from the calendars tomorrow and then be picking them up, making the listing, telling you all about it at the end of next week, or this week when you're watching this. Oh, sorry, that's Merlin barking. He's started doing something where he just doesn't walk with my mother in the evenings, yet he still has lots of energy. He just doesn't fancy a walk. Oh, anywho, I know I've gone on about this a bit like a broken record, but if you're thinking about Christmas presents for loved ones, of course without any expectation or obligation obviously, but I would be so honoured for this calendar to maybe be a maybe in that. Obviously the next video I will talk more about it, but I'm genuinely so chuffed with it. I think it's really beautiful. It would bring a smile to many people's year, seeing it on their wall and cooking from it, and getting a look in to either the area they live in, the area I live in, or this nook of southeastern Australia in Bunurong country. So I'm going to read my book for the rest of the evening. Speaking of, it's The Intimacy and Solitude, quite self-helpy. It took me a while to get into it, but it is providing many holy moly moments of self-reflection. I seem to just read it, and then I'll read a line which makes me think of something, and then I'll just go into that self-reflection mode while my eyes are still scanning over the page, and then I'll come back to the book and be like, oh, right, and then that'll happen again. So I can't tell you that I'm taking a lot in, but there's quite a bit on gender performativity, and I've just been reflecting on the nauseating climate conference and the slosh pot of world leaders in general, and Scott Morrison, and thinking how much of a joke it is when we're trusting today's Western toxic masculinity, or just masculinity crisis in general, because a lot of the leaders are white men, old men, with being leaders. When would we even trust one of them to be able to support a friend when he's in emotional turmoil, or make genuine connections and friendships of people with different genders? Obviously this book is about being in touch with your emotional side, and how that's really key to being able to have any sort of inner peace with yourself. And yeah, the answer is no. Don't think we could trust the majority of leaders to be able to have emotional intelligence larger than a grain of rice. Yeah, okay. Have a lovely evening or day ahead wherever you are, and thank you for watching. See you soon.